What is an organic compound? What is the history of organic compound? And who first discovered organic compound? First of all, basically let us discuss what is a compound. A compound is basically formed whenever two or more different type of atoms combine with each other with the help of a chemical bond. As science developed and chemistry progressed, scientists observed that compounds exist in nature in two different forms. They noticed that some compounds are found inside the living organism, while others are found inside non-living organisms. On the basis of this observation, they classified compound into two main types. They said that the compounds which are found only in living organisms are called organic compound, and the compounds which are found in non-living organisms are called inorganic compounds. At that time, scientists didn't know much about composition, nature, occurrence, or formation of organic compounds. They simply made this classification based on the fact that some compounds exist in living organisms and some exist in non-living things. As time passed, scientists made three important observation about organic compound. First, it is essential that carbon and hydrogen must be present in organic compounds. In other words, about 99.99% of all organic compounds contain carbon and hydrogen. Second, organic compound must contain covalent bonds. If there is any compound that contains many elements but doesn't contain carbon and hydrogen, then it may be a compound but it will not be an organic compound. Similarly, if a compound contains carbon and hydrogen but doesn't contain a covalent bond, then it will be not considered as an organic compound. So based on these observations, we can say that three things are essential for an organic compound: carbon, hydrogen, and a covalent bond between them. On the basis, we can define organic chemistry as a branch of chemistry in which we study organic compound, that is hydrocarbon, the compound which contain carbon and hydrogen atom. After that, many scientists in the 17th and 18th century tried to synthesize organic compound in the laboratory. However, at that time, every single attempt by scientists kept failing, and they were unable to prepare organic compound inside the laboratory. This means that for almost 200 years, despite the discovery of organic compounds, scientists couldn't synthesize them in the laboratory. Due to these continuous failure, everyone wanted to know why organic compounds couldn't synthesize in the laboratory. At that time, a scientist named Berzelius came forward and presented a famous theory known as vital force theory. According to this theory, organic compounds are those compounds that can never be synthesized in the laboratory. The reason given was the organic compounds are found inside the living organism, and living organisms possess a special vital force. This vital force, according to the Berzelius, is responsible for converting inorganic compound into organic compounds inside living organisms. Since a real life and a vital force are not present in the laboratory apparatus, it is therefore impossible to synthesize organic compound in the laboratory. At that time, almost everyone accepted the vital force theory, and what Berzelius said was believed to be correct. Then as time passed, something very important happened. In 1828, a German scientist named Friedrich Wöhler successfully synthesized the first organic compound in the laboratory. That organic compound was urea. Basically, this was a sudden accidental experiment. Wöhler heated ammonium cyanate, which contained carbon and hydrogen, but it is still considered as an inorganic compound. When ammonium cyanate was heated and boiled, it produced urea. So we can say that ammonium cyanate contains carbon and hydrogen both, but due to the absence of covalent bond, it is an inorganic compound. And when it was heated in the presence of zinc as a catalyst, it is resulting in the formation of diamine carbonide, that is urea, which is an organic compound. In this process, covalent bonds were formed. Therefore, we can say that Friedrich Wöhler was the first scientist to reject Berzelius' vital force theory. He was also the first scientist who synthesized an organic compound in the laboratory with the help of inorganic compound. After the discovery, it was proven that the organic compound can be synthesized in the laboratory and no vital force is required for the formation. As a result, millions of organic compounds were synthesized, and to study such a vast number of compound, chemistry developed named organic chemistry.